Well guys, I don't know if it's good or bad that the AutoZone employees know me by my first name now, but I went and picked up this clay bar kit for Bullitt. I'm super excited to use it. I've seen it used so many times on YouTube, and I figured because like the surface on the paint's actually kind of rough. I'll show you guys around the car. I'll show you all of the imperfections. One of these days I'm for sure gonna have to have Bullitt repainted. That's definitely on the list of things that I want to do. I really want to dig in performance wise before I start touching anything cosmetically. There might be a few things that pop up here and there. They're just like cheap little exterior parts that I can put on just to make them look a little bit better. But really, as far as I'm concerned, everything mechanically is really what I'm worried about the most. But I'm gonna give you guys a walk around the car. I gotta wash the car up, dry it off with a towel, and then I'll be able to stay in this stall for right now. I'm at the car wash here in San Antonio, next to UTSA. I'm gonna dry them off, and then I'll be able to start using this clay bar kit, and I'll show you guys how to use it if you ever want to clay bar your car. Definitely something that's like good to use. It'll take all the contaminants off the very top of the clear coat, and then it'll give it that really nice, smooth, glossy surface that you want, the way a car's supposed to be. And then I also picked up some Quick Wax by Meguiar's. I was gonna get Carnauba, but I figured the Quick Wax would be just fine for now, especially after clay barring. So I'll give you guys a walk around the car. I'll show you all of the imperfections, and then we'll jump into it. All right. So as you can see, there's a little bit of sun damage over here. Like having a black Mustang in Texas, that's just one thing that you cannot escape, especially whenever you have an 18-plus-year-old car, almost 20-year-old car. You know. All of this right here, that's just clear coat that's practically peeled off and has been burned from the sun. It goes all the way up on the top of the hood, no big deal, no big deal, and then a little bit just over here. So yeah, one of these days I'm gonna have the entire car painted. Really not worried about it for now. I still think he's beautiful. It's my dream car, so I don't hate anything about this car. Let me see if I can show you guys. So I haven't washed the car yet, but all you have to do is really listen. I'll drag my hand over the surface and you'll be able to hear. So hopefully my mic picks that up. Everything that's super rough on here is gonna be able to get pulled up and knocked out once I search a clay bar. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna fire up the pressure washer, or the washer, whatever you want to call it, and then I'm gonna wash Bullitt really quick. So I'm gonna set the camera down, film that, and then we'll start drying them off, and yeah, we'll knock out this clay bar kit and I'll show you guys how to do it. Okay guys, so one of the first things you notice whenever you open this kit, it comes with a spray lubricant for the clay bar whenever you're gliding over the paint surface. Comes with a small microfiber. I have like 12 of these in the back of my car, but I guess that's always nice. And then this right here is the clay bar kit. So this is the Meguiar's clay bar kit, if you guys are wondering. So you can just pop it open right here. And then you have two clay bars. We only have to use one. So we're gonna pop this open, mash it up into a nice flat disc, and then we will be able to start clay barring the car. With the entire clay bar that it comes with, you actually don't have to use the entire thing. That's just kind of overkill. You can break it into like a small piece. Say like you take a third of it, break it off just like that. I'd say it's about a third. It's a little stretched, but it'll work. So you can just put this in the case that it came with, store it for later. It's not gonna dry up, it's not gonna go bad. And then, yeah, practically all you have to do is take the trash, put it up, just smash it up in your fingers into a nice flat disc, and that should be fine. So once you start spraying on the lubricant, you just slide over. You want to stay in nice, like, I guess whatever way you're standing, you'll stay in a nice horizontal line the entire time, keeping the surface nice and lubricated. And then, because this is white, all you have to do is pick it up and you'll be able to see all the contaminants on the clay. But I'll show you guys that. I'll show you exactly how I'm doing it. That way if you decide to do your own car, you can follow these steps. That's so crazy. You can feel it picking things up, and then as you continue to go over it, you can feel it just get super smooth like glass. You can actually feel it. So you really don't have to apply too much pressure. I'm not putting in too much, but yeah, I'll give you guys a close-up of what this looks like. So this right there, hopefully it focuses. Hopefully it's focused, but as you can see, this was nice and white earlier. If I flip it over, it's white, probably has some stuff off my fingers, but that's the good side. This is the side I just used. So we can continue to use this side for just a little bit more, and then we'll just smash it back up into a ball, flatten it back out, and then get a good clean surface again. That's amazing. That's so impressive how smooth it feels. It's a little windy right now. The mic's probably not going to pick it up, but you can just glide your hand across this and it feels nice and smooth. Compared to up here, it feels nasty and gritty. Maybe you can hear that. If you come down here, you really can't hear anything. It feels way different. That's awesome. No, that's so awesome. Clay boring is something I've always wanted to do. I never did it because on my 2000 V6, the paint was really just too sun damaged to actually try to take care of it anymore. It's just something, it's gonna end up needing a new paint job. But this right here this paint is still good, the clear coat's still good. There's rock chips and there's a little sun damage in certain spots, but it's nothing to the point where it's a paint that you wouldn't want to take care of. It's definitely something you want to take care of. And once you start to take care of it, it looks so good and it makes it that much more worth it. Here on the clay now, it's pretty nasty and dirty. That's everything that's picked up. So I'm gonna go ahead and ball it back up. We'll just flatten it back out into another smooth surface. Something like that. Okay guys, so I got one of the fenders done so far. It's actually, I don't know, I don't really know what my expectations were at first. I guess I keep my expectations pretty high, and so far I'm actually really impressed with this. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna clay bar the entire rest of the car, same process. I'm gonna keep it nice and lubricated, lubricate the clay, and then we'll run it over. You don't have to apply too much pressure, just a little bit, but once you start to feel the surface smooth out, you know that you've taken most of the contaminants off the top of the clear coat. So we're gonna knock out the rest of the car, and then we'll apply the wax. just want to show you guys the imperfections first. As you can see, everything that's flaking off is clear coat. Underneath all this dull black paint is the base coat. So there's a few areas on the car that has that. Don't worry about this third tail light. It's bothering the heck out of me, but I have one in the mail on the way, so that's going to get replaced. Oh, and this is super sweet. I like the way this looks compared to just like having the license plate out in the open. Kind of adds like this really nice effect to the like very back of the car. But anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. Yeah, changed that. I'll be changing this next week. And imperfections, so we have clear coat peeling off the spoiler, clear coat peeling off this piece of the car, this piece of the car, the roof of the car, a little bit on the left side fender, and mainly the hood. But like I was saying, guys, living in Texas where it's super hot, super sunny, having a black car, it's just super well known for Mustangs. I mean, even my 2000 V6, all the clear coat was just peeling off. The last thing I want to do is like just sand it and then wrap it or plasti dip over it or do anything that way. I'd really like to do everything the right way with this car. As I've said before, this is my dream car, and there's not a single thing that I want to do like the quick and easy way or the cheap way out. I'd like to do everything right. I really don't care like how much it's gonna cost. I mean, I care, but money is not a huge factor whenever it comes to taking care of something like this with that much value towards yourself, you know. So anyways, this is the front end. I'll show you guys a few things that I changed too. I ended up changing the headlights. The headlights were super like oxidized on top. There's really no way of just cleaning them up. They kind of look like the third tail light in the back, so I swapped out the headlights. There's a few pieces on the inside of the car that I ended up changing. Please don't mind the trash, like this is all from today, but I need to clean it out. Anyways, I was missing the armrest for the car, so I ended up finding a new one. I swapped that out, put in a new one. There's a sun visor that was actually missing, so I swapped out, or I don't know, it was so cool. So like all these interior pieces that I swapped out and changed, I went to Pick and Pull. Pick and Pull is like a huge junkyard here in San Antonio, and whenever I went, it was like a Mustang graveyard where like the section I was looking at, there's like 30 Mustangs over there. So I practically went and I found all the pieces that I need for the interior, and then I took them out of the Mustangs, and I swear I got like $185 worth of parts that would be OEM for like 13 bucks. So it really doesn't get better than that. I spent 13 bucks on like $185 worth of parts, so that was super cool. Also, yeah, I mean, besides the interior parts, the headlights, I got I believe it's the 8-inch shorty antenna. If you've ever seen the antenna on these Mustangs, they are giant. I mean, they stick up to like right here. Super annoying, but I got the shorty antenna just for the aesthetic looks. This window tint, tint's honestly trash. I mean, it bothers the heck out of me, to be honest. It's kind of nice right now while it's like hot and sunny here in Texas, but probably next weekend I'll be showing you guys how to remove tint the super easy way. Hopefully, like if you have any junk tint, I mean, if you look at it, you can tell like this is a super tint anyways, or like a super cheap tint. So like a really cheap tint is gonna kind of have like a purple look to it. It's gonna be scratched and it's gonna start bubbling a little bit. I don't know if the shop did this. I don't know if it was just done by the previous owner. It really doesn't matter. It's something that's super easy to just pull off, and then I'll probably end up scheduling an appointment to have the window tint done. Messing with window tint, like installing window tint, unless you're just a professional or you have previous experience or you've done it for a while, it's not something that I would recommend that you do yourself. So as far as anything else on this car, paint, whatever, I'd honestly really like to do it myself. I do believe I'm capable of doing those sort of things, but window tint is something I really don't want to jack with. I don't want to mess it up. The material can start costing quite a bit. It would be a little bit cheaper to do myself, but for like $300, maybe more, maybe less, I could have it done. I'd like to go 5% and then 25% on the side windows, and then 5% here on this back piece for the back seat. But yeah, I'm getting super in depth on things I want to do to the car, but this is just like, I just want to show you guys the paint really quick. So anyways, if we go right here, let me just set the camera down. If we go here, get it nice and focused, you can see how smooth this came out. I mean, I can rub my hands on it. It's seriously like just rubbing my hand on glass. The paint feels so good. You can tell that the clay bar took out all the imperfections and all the contamination off the top of the clear coat, and then I sealed it up with a coat of McGuire's wax. But yeah, I mean, that's really all there is to it. The car ended up coming out amazing. Super impressed with it, and I couldn't be happier. But yeah, so basically, I don't know, that's really it. I want to tell you guys so much about the things that I want to do to the car, but I really don't want to spoil everything for like future videos. I'd really like for the YouTube channel to like unfold, and you guys see everything unfold and the progress made on Bullitt. As I was saying, Bullitt isn't a Bullitt edition. That's just the name that the previous owner gave it. It was originally going to be Sally, so I'd have Black Betty and I would have Sally, so I'd have two girls. But now I got Bullitt in the stable, and I couldn't be happier. I mean, I'm not going to change the name, especially if it's been called Bullitt for a majority of his life. But yeah, anyways, next video I'll be showing you guys. I actually have to swap out the crankshaft positioning sensor. That's gonna be a whole bunch of fun. You guys are gonna get to watch me splice wires together and all that jazz underneath the car again. But it should be pretty quick, maybe. I think everything's gonna be quick. It ends up taking me like 2 days to do it. But I gotta swap out the crankshaft positioning sensor. I accidentally frayed the wires up whenever I was installing the new AC compressor. So that's gonna be a video all by itself. If you ever have trouble starting your car, you should definitely check the wires coming off of it. That actually happened to me after I'd replaced the AC. I got everything buckled up, put the belt on, put the battery back on, and the car wouldn't start. So it took me like probably 3 to 4 hours just chasing that, and it ended up being a wiring issue. So that's just another problem with like fuel injected motors. But anyways, that's it. I mean, next video I'll show you guys how to do that, and then I'll show you guys how to take the window tint off also. So we'll just knock out 2 birds with 1 stone. I'll have the third brake light coming in the mail sometime this week also, and yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. Just if you like this video, you know, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, turn on the little post notification bell. That way you guys can watch it as soon as it pops up. Like all my friends here at UTSA that are like big on Mustangs, or just like friends and family, it's whatever. But yeah, hope you guys are enjoying watching these as much as I enjoy making them. I'm having so much fun just working on Bullitt. As I've said so many times, like, this is my dream car. This is the absolute best thing that I've ever had in my possession. So I'm definitely gonna treat it like it is and do everything I possibly can to make him just absolutely perfect in my eyes. And yeah, that's gonna be it. Thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for more episodes and more, you know, everything else, ups, downs, and everything all around. But yeah, see you guys.